Today on the Matt and Ann Show, we welcome Alex Kane. Thanks for joining us today, Alex.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
My first question, why do you want to become a wrestler?
I wanted to become a wrestler. I remember watching Jeff Hardy and Undertaker and the ladder match on Raw, and just like seeing like the I don't know, just seeing two grown men that kind of look like superheroes in their own right, or whatever, battling it out. And then like also, I was huge on like the different sets that WWE used to have. Like Raw looked different from SmackDown, Backlash looked different from No Way Out or anything like that. Yeah. I also fell in love with that. And then I also, on top of that, really like the pyrotechnics. And I was like, you know what? When I become a wrestler, I want to have all the pyro. I want to be on all the different cool sets, all the different pay-per-views and stuff like that. So it was just a dream as a kid that I wanted to pursue, and now I'm actually getting to pursue it, and I'm good at it.
How'd you get your name, the Suplex Assassin?
Man, a lot of people think like somebody gave it to me. Nobody gave it to me. I came up with it on my own. I was playing the WWE 2K game. One of them, I can't remember what year it was, but like I was trying to like create a character or like trying to create myself in the game to see what I might want to look like. And I was trying to come up with a name, and when I saw like assassin in the in like the from the in the list or whatever, and I'm like, I like to throw suplexes. Is there a suplex assassin? So like I went and I typed on every social media, I Googled it to make sure there was nobody else named Suplex Assassin anywhere ever. And once I found out that there was nobody that I would be the first one, I was like, I'm going with this.
Awesome.
But what your goals in MW?
In MLW.
My goals in MLW, let's see, win the national open weight title, win the heavyweight title, and establish. I'm putting together a fight team in MLW, and I want that fight team to be the most successful fight team in MLW history.
That's awesome. You have an association with King Mo.
I do.
How'd you get that association, and where do you see that going?
So when I signed with the company, they put me in American Top Team, with American Top Team. And since Mo was like pretty much like the last like standing member there or whatever, yeah, he ended up becoming a mentor of mine. And me and I don't know if you've seen like some of the clips that me and Mo just like just doing the damn thing. Like we have to have fun. Like we just really play off of each other. I don't really know. I don't really have like a set trajectory of where I see that going. But I definitely he'll definitely be in the fight team that I'm creating.
This is a second part to that, though. Do you see yourself doing any MMA, or is it just purely pro wrestling? Since you're with King Mo and you
just purely pro wrestling. I thought when I got out of college, I thought about doing MMA, but the thought of being punched in the face, peppered 1,000 times or whatever. I mean, the money's good. The money's good, but like MMA fighters only fight like once a month, maybe. They might even fight that many times a year. Like
once you get huge, it's like once a year.
Yeah, once you get huge, it's once a year. So it's like, wow. I mean, I want to entertain.
Yeah.
So probably not.
You mentioned WWE a lot. Will you ever sign with
a WWE or AEW or Impact?
I think we'll see what happens in 3 years. I definitely. if out of the three, I guess out of the three, I would AEW would be top, Impact would be second, WWE would be third.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there anybody that you like right now that is wrestling that you would like to work with?
Man, I've been wanting to work with Lee Moriarty for the longest, like even before he like started to, I mean, I guess when I met him, he was blowing up, but like before he like got signed to AEW, like I've been wanting to work him, but no one wants to make that happen. But that's definitely somebody I want to work with. I also want to wrestle Daniel Garcia one-on-one. We were in a fatal four-way at the Scenic City Invitational a few months ago. And that was fun to be able to get to like touch, but like not like be able to like go one-on-one.
Yeah.
Who else? I want to wrestle Jeff Cobb at some point, definitely. I feel like that's gonna happen. And I want to wrestle Will Hobbs so people can stop making the comparison between me and Will Hobbs.
When I saw you for the first time, I thought about Will Hobbs.
I think because I made a post about it on Twitter a few weeks ago. Like, I hate when people compare me, like when people say like, "Oh, you're just like Will Hobbs," or "You're just like Big E." Like, if I remind you of somebody, that's cool. I can't do anything about that. But if you're gonna go out and say like, "Oh, you're just like this guy," like that's mad disrespectful.
What would you compare yourself to as a wrestler?
No, I wouldn't necessarily compare myself to anybody, but I have drawn like inspiration from certain people. Like I drew inspiration from Kurt Angle, drew inspiration from Shelton Benjamin, drew some inspiration from Taz, and like I draw some inspiration from Randy Orton. I draw some inspiration from Adam Cole. Like I try to like diversify where like what I watch, who I study. Because everybody has everybody should have a different style, but all those people have different styles and different attributes and different strengths or whatever that you can either try to emulate or try to make your own.
Do you have a favorite opponent where you were like, holy crap, I'm facing this guy? And then what was your favorite opponent, like match-wise?
Probably when I wrestled Tom Lawler at Paradigm Pro, because I watched a little bit of his MLW stuff, and like he's a badass, but he's also fucking hilarious. And like when they told me because it was still when we were still doing tapings. So I got there or whatever. I'm like, oh, you got Tom today. I'm like, holy shit, I got Tom today. Oh, fuck. Okay. They were like, yeah, we're gonna give you a challenge today. I'm like, hell, I'm game. I'm game for it. I guess my favorite opponent so far, have to be O'Shea Edwards. Because that match was like the first time like I really like wrestled at that next level. Like not as far as like I'm trying to say this. Next level as in like the pacing of a match, like how a match is put together, how and like how you perform like in that spotlight under that kind of pressure. So he kind of took me to that. He kind of took me to that next level. I always tell him he made me who I am today.
Your entrance.
Do
you rap that?
I don't. It's a buddy of mine, actually. It's a friend of mine.
That's absolutely amazing, that song.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we absolutely love that song.
How did that come about?
So the school I train at, the WWA for, my trainer's AR Fox, by the way. So we do these Thursday night shows, like we do, and they still go on to this day, but we do these Thursday night shows every week. And most of the time we would use like music from YouTube, or somebody would download something. But the music, for some reason, the music would always mess up. It would always mess up. And so like some nights I'd have the music that I want, other nights I wouldn't have the music that I want. So this one of the fans, his name's Lacey the Great, that's his stage name. He came up to me and he was like, yo, I can make you a song. And I'm like, really? Like, make me a song? Like, really? Okay, cool. So we get to talk and I tell him what I want in the song or whatever. So he makes me the first song. The first song, I kind of wanted that like gold standard Shelton Benjamin feel or whatever. Didn't end up coming out like that. And then I was like, yo, could you make me something else? Because I'm not really feeling this. So he made me the second song, but this time he was like, yo, can I do it like in my own style? Like, I was like, yeah, of course. I want you to be as comfortable as possible. So I just told him again like what I want in the song, because when he made the first song, I didn't come up with the Suplex Assassin yet. And then when I approached him about the second song, that's when I was the Suplex Assassin. So yeah, he made it. He freestyled it actually, which is also kind of cool. But like I think a few days later, he like tagged me in a video of him in the studio recording it. So yeah, it was a gift to me, essentially, because he saw something in me and he was like, that's the guy.
You have a match career or
AWE Loud,
yeah.
and you're facing
Josh Alexander. Yes, the walking weapon versus the Suplex Assassin.
Yeah.
That is a match that I've forgotten to mention him earlier. It's a match I've wanted for a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, I've talked to him on several different occasions. He's always been extremely polite and just like super down to earth and really cool. I remember because I messaged him about like I was trying to figure out like singlet designs or whatever, and his singlets are really fucking dope. So I went ahead and asked him about that. But I'm definitely excited for that match. That shit's gonna be match of the night. I can guarantee that it's gonna be match of the night.
We can't wait to check that out. One of our final things is we want you to be able to talk about your Pro Wrestling Tees page so we can get people to go check that out. And if anything else you have to advertise that you want people to know about.
So yeah, my Pro Wrestling Tees page. I think my favorite shirt on there would have to be my Suplexorcist shirt.
Yeah.
And if anybody's seen anything on online, WWE tried to take your boy's idea. They've been watching. They've been watching. But yeah, I would greatly appreciate if anybody bought a shirt from there. It would warm my heart and my bank account. You can follow me on Twitter at Alex_Kane11, Instagram at the Suplex Assassin, TikTok at the Suplex Assassin 1. Yeah, that's it. That's all my plugs.
And where can we get all your indie dates? On your Twitter page?
To be dead ass honest, I didn't even think to put my indie dates on my Twitter page. Honestly, like when somebody posts like a match of mine, like I'll repost that or retweet that, but I've never thought I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start doing that so people know what the fuck I am.
We are grateful to have you on the show. We're huge fans. We look forward to seeing you do huge things in the pro wrestling industry. Thank you so much for joining the Matt and Ann show today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, man.